Undoubtedly blogging is big and continues to get bigger, despite what some people might say about its passing or being replaced by other social services. It's always going to be huge. One, it's free. Two, there are a lot of platforms for it. And three, it's a great way of getting your personal opinion across, or the opinion of your company, or even someone else's opinion. Here on screen we have one of my personal blogs. Well, it's not a blog, it's a news site. It's 100% original material, none of it my own thought, though it's all thoughts of other people. This is run on WordPress, and you can see it's quite a nifty little layout. Didn't make it myself. It was a free layout, and it really does kind of just change it from a normal looking blog, with 10 posts to a page, to something a little bit different, something a little bit more visually entertaining. And when you look in behind the scenes, it's a relatively simple process of have everything down here. You can create your posts, categories, tags, media. One big advantage of WordPress is the plugins you can use. I have about 13 plugins active on this, and I have 122 available for me at the moment, installed from a range of tens of thousands of plugins and tens of thousands of users. Here you can, if you look on the dashboard, you can get updates from other users. WordPress blog, WordPress news. It's not something I'm particularly worried about, as it's not the purpose of this blog or this site. So I do find WordPress is really handy for dedicated news services and dedicated e-zines and dedicated blogs without a lot of concern for a big social aspect. Squarespace is also one I've used before. It's just kind of laying dormant here, advertising the last one you saw, but you can change things around. It's a bit fiddly to make it big and better, but you can configure. You got your content and your style, so you can change that around, and it is fully customizable if you know what you're doing. It doesn't seem to have quite a big user group as the others, but there's certainly nothing wrong. And I do know some people that do really love Squarespace and use it as company websites, front pages for companies. If they only have a few pages to work with and they're not constantly updating, although you can use it for just a blog too. That's fine. If you scroll down. I've got one entry to a page because that's what I want, but you can have 10, 20 if you like. The others, then you can move into your really simple blogging aspects. I've never used Blogger before, but I know this is one that I post to occasionally. Another motorsport related one. It's simple, it's easy to use, the layout's clean. Would I probably use Blogger for a major thing, a major site, or something where your reputation mattered? I probably wouldn't, and that's because Blogger looks like Blogger. It's handy, but it's for, I think, people with opinions. They may be very good opinions, but it doesn't have the edge. But for casual internet users, it's probably the ideal one. It's easy to use. You can get your stuff out there. It's directly in Google, so that's very handy. So you have all your social and your search and everything, which makes it very handy. As for the others, then we move on to something like a Tumblr, which I've only started using today for this purpose, and we see here the screen that you have. This one's very good because it does integrate a social mix into one-way communication. or a one-way communication plus comments. So here we have something from hit record Joe Squadron-Levitt, who is a very powerful Tumblr user, and you can repin, you can follow, and you reblog, and so it is a very handy news service for the user, and so it really does have good interaction and keeps the user in and entices, much like a sort of an extended Twitter almost, in a very crude comparison. This little one, this is a free theme. It was on the first page. I like the look of it. It's clean. It's easy. It looks quite stylish it's been able to build up quite a user database, and a lot of people are contributing. So this is a free one. There's others, there's paid ones as well, which are really very handy. And Posterous is, I believe, much the same idea, but possibly more user friendly for maybe businesses or whatnot as well. So as we see, just looking at it here for the first time, you can go back and you can set up for a business service or non-profit, which is something others haven't used particularly. So it's all quite good programs, and ones that really do cater for a variety of user levels and a variety of purposes. In other work I've done, I've utilised very powerful programs like Sitecore and Sonic and even Drupal, which are all a lot more technical, but probably can handle a lot. Well, they do handle, particularly Sitecore, massive amounts of data, massive amounts of pages, and a lot of users. But you do have to have a lot of technical backup, and there's some money behind it to make sure it continues to function as you need it. However, my personal favourite as a news service and a blogging service, be it external this one or even an internal facing one for an organisation, is Wordpress. It has a lot of templates, a lot of customization, but you don't have to be too internet savvy to use it. I know I've done quite a bit with this one. I can do quite a bit more. I haven't really tested it, but you can have a regular blog to a massive internal blogging network, or a mid-sized magazine like this one will be and is, or to a massive newspaper. So there are really quite a few options at the moment out there, quite a few programs, quite a few options. It's one of those ones where the content is king. What you want to use it for is the program that should dictate what you do, and have a good content management.